once again, we have a ladder or a plank right here that's 5 meters long. We're pulling it up, thus this side is going to be moving in when you pull it up. This is your B, this is your H, base and height. That's a given 5. The formula for this is B squared plus H squared equals 5 squared. That is a right triangle, that's a right triangle right there. All we do, there's my equation, this is the information, this is the rate at which the height is changing, this is the base we're going to be dealing with. We're trying to find the rate of change of the base. So we derive this where it's at. This would be 2b dB dt plus 2h dH dt equals, when you derive this, it's worthless. Okay. Now, what do we now do? We now plug in what we know. We know B is 2.5. We know we want dB dt. We don't know H, which we have to find still, but we know dH dt is 0.15. So we still need H. This might be a little tricky for some of you, but it's simple. Go back to here. What's B? 2.5. Going back to here, B is 2.5. We don't know H squared. Oops, it's H squared. And isn't 5 squared 25? Can I solve for H? When B is 2.5, can I find H? 2.5 squared, 25 squared, $625, so that's 6.25. So if we minus 6.25, you get H squared equals 18.75. Then how do you get that? You square root. Now when you square root, you technically have a positive and negative. Do you want your negative? Do you understand I really don't need the negative answer? So H is basically just to put the square root of 18.75. Your calculator can deal with that number. So don't I put the square root of 18.75 right there? I took this, plugged it right there. Okay, now this would not be a very fun one to do by hand. But you basically are going to end up with 5 dB dt equals, when you minus this over, oh boy, just put the whole thing. 2 square root 18.75 times 0.15. I'm not going to deal with it all. Use your calculator to calculate it. Divide by 5. So dB dt, should have checked my answer before I started, but it's this. Whatever this equals. It's that 0.3 square root 18.75 divided by 5. And by the way, that is meters per second. Why do I know that? Well, the base is moving at meters, and according to this, it's meters per second.
1.299.
It's some number, maybe 1.29 you're saying?
1.299.